Matt Damon versus Ben Affleck. One is Jason Bourne and one's Batman. Who is the best Boston boy?
What's up, movie friends? Welcome back to Raiders of the Lost Podcast, the ultimate film and TV podcast. And today, we're going to do a competition in a versus. Now, I'm going to let everyone know, this was your idea, James. You wanted to do this.
I thought it'd be fun.
I did not want to do this, but you wanted to pit Matt Damon and Ben Affleck against each other. And it was just like a cruel joke on us.
I thought it'd be a good bit of fun. Come on.
But I'm gonna play. I'm gonna play this game. I'm gonna play this sick, sadistic Boston game of yours. Now, I do have a preference of whose career I think is better. They're both fantastic. They're both amazing.
They're both amazing.
They both have different strengths. They're both wicked awesome guy. But I think there is one superior Boston boy.
It's obviously Batman.
It's definitely
Ben Affleck.
It's Jason Bourne, man.
Jason Bourne, get the fuck out of here.
It's Jason Bourne. And, I mean, you can't even put Wahlberg in the same category as them because Wahlberg doesn't write, and they're both great writers. And Affleck being a great director.
You're saying that Mark Wahlberg doesn't know how to write?
He's illiterate. He just knows how to do half pull-ups. Halfway pull-ups. Have you seen the video of Wahlberg doing pull-ups?
No.
He was on like Ellen or some talk show, and they had him do pull-ups, and he's only going like, he wasn't even getting his head over the bar.
Hey, I'm not going to criticize Marky Mark on working out. The guy's physique is absurd at 55.
It's just been like the video meme all over the internet. Now,
I disagree with Anthony.
I disagree. Ben Affleck and Matt Damon, obviously being boys and best bros for life.
Boston boys. Well, how about we talk about the collaborations first?
Yes, talk about the collabs.
Obviously, we all know the story. They're both from Boston. They grew up near each other. Same high school they went to. They used to
Cambridge.
They used to take lunches together and have business meetings at lunch in the cafeteria. They would call them business meetings. But they both had a burning passion for cinema, for writing, for theater, for acting, and they both really wanted to pursue it.
They were child actors, and they would act in commercials and tiny roles in TV shows and tiny roles in movies. So they were working actors even at a young age, like being teenagers.
Their first official collaboration, which was uncredited for both, was actually in Field of Dreams in 1989.
Yes, they played people in the stands.
I believe
right?
so, something like that. But then in School Ties, they both got pretty solid roles. The movie that was led by Brendan Fraser, but also had an excellent cast back all the way in 1992.
The Hoff's in that.
A lot of great actors are in that movie. And then in 1997, obviously, was their real big break where they both were in both co-wrote Good Will Hunting, written by both of them, winning the Academy Award together for Best Original Screenplay. Really incredible achievement at such young ages. They were, I think, both in their
26.
Both 26
Damon
years old.
was 26, and Affleck's 2 years older. Was 28, I think.
Both very young. And then they collaborated again in Chasing Amy in 1997, then in Dogma in 1999, which are just pretty fun movies.
Yeah.
Dogma's
watched them
awesome.
a lot.
Yeah, Dogma's awesome. It's a good time. Jay and Silent Bob Strike Back, they both have a cameo in that movie. They play satirical versions of themselves.
Applesauce,
as well as
bitch.
Good Will Hunt, parodying a scene from Good Will Hunting.
Applesauce, bitch.
I think hunting season's open. Then obviously they have a cameo.
And just before, like, Kevin Smith helped get Good Will Hunting bought. And so they had a great relationship and friendship with Kevin Smith, hence being in a bunch of his movies.
Yeah, Kevin Smith helped Good Will Hunting get made.
He brought it to the Weinstein Company, which purchased the script.
Yeah, so he's a huge deal when it came to their careers getting started with Good Will Hunting, really facilitating that movie's inception. And then Jay and Silent Bob, the reboot in 2019, they both had cameos again. Affleck satirically reprised his role as Holden McNeil, while Damon made references to his role as Jason Bourne in this one. The Last Duel was the last really great serious film they did together. Oh, no, I'm sorry.
Second to last. Jesus.
Back in 2021, Ridley Scott's film The Last Duel, they both had major roles in the screenplay written by both of them, as well as Nicole Holofcener. And then, most recently, for Apple, they made Air, which was directed by... Was it Prime?
Yeah.
Oh, never mind. Prime with Air. I'm all over the place. Directed by Ben Affleck, and then co-produced by their independent studio called Artist Equity.
And for as many collaborations they've been in together, and as many movies as they've been like producers on and friends for so long, it was the first time Ben Affleck directed him in a film was Air. And then we'll be getting that again. The two of them will be starring. in a film that starts production later this year.
Now, in 2012, Affleck and Damon established Pearl Street Films, which was a film and production company based at Warner Brothers Studios. However, it was dissolved in 2022, with the final production being The Last Duel, a film starring both of them, which probably was because that was such a box office disappointment that company got dissolved. But then they created Artist Equity.
And something that I totally forgot about, they actually produced a TV series that was on, I think, HBO. It was called Project Greenlight. And it was basically...
that's right, yeah.
It was a reality TV series about filmmaking. And so they would give up-and-coming filmmakers like $100K to make a short film. And they showed all the behind the scenes of the process of making movies, and then they ultimately had to judge which filmmaker had the best film. But that ran for several seasons and was very popular when it first started. I remember we watched it, I think, the first couple of years, but then I think we didn't have HBO or something. But they made that show together and were like the judges on it.
And their relationship's always been very public, and everyone knows that they're best friends from Boston. However, their careers, when it came to pop culture and tabloids and everything like that, and with the media, really went in complete polar opposites, where Matt, for much of his career, the first half, was much more respected as an actor than Ben Affleck was, probably because of different choices in films, because Matt signed that great deal where he did a bunch of great movies like Talented Mr. Ripley. He did the Bourne franchise, Rounders in the early 2000s. A lot of great independent films, as well as becoming a big action star at the same time, whereas Ben started taking a lot of more sexy leading man action roles like Pearl Harbor, romance films, as well as
Reindeer Games was not a good movie.
Armageddon,
I think, 200 Cigarettes. So
as well as being in some pretty not great movies. I mean, Gigli is known as one of the worst movies ever made.
Yeah, Gigli. Get it right.
Gigli.
Gigli.
I thought it was Gigli.
No, it's Gigli.
I thought there was another G in there.
Silent G.
Gigli.
Gigli.
That was Gigli.
It's not Gigli.
Are you sure it's not Gigli?
Yeah.
What if there's a third G? Like it's
Google it right now.
League.
It's Gigli. It's Gigli. So ultimately, after Good Will Hunting, they basically had the pick of their crop. So what the thing is, they signed a 3-picture deal with Weinstein to write 3 films for them. That ended up not happening. I think maybe they wrote films for them and they never got made. But that was the deal they signed for them making for them funding Good Will Hunting. You guys have to write 3 films for us. I don't think those films ever came to fruition, or even screenplays happened, because they just became huge actors. I think that obviously Matt Damon just made slightly better choices overall. Like you said, I think Saving Private Ryan, and then Talented Mr. Ripley, like those are 2 of the best films of each of those years. And then doing the Bourne Identity, which is, I mean, Ben Affleck did some action movies, but Bourne Identity is one of the best action movies of the century, I think. It's just a really fantastic film that spawned such a beloved and successful franchise. Whereas Ben's doing Daredevil, Summer of All Fears is okay, Changing Lanes is okay, Pearl Harbor, not very good, but he became like the blockbuster leading man. It's just that his blockbusters never were that great. And also, I mean, Armageddon was really a Bruce Willis movie, you know?
Yeah. But he's still one of the lead characters.
Yeah.
But also, Matt was making really great decisions also in movies like the Oceans franchise, which put him up there with Clooney and Brad Pitt.
Absolutely.
So that was huge for his notoriety. But Ben still had it. He always had the it factor. Even when he wasn't in great movies, he still had that great leading man quality. He is a great leading man, and he proved himself to be able to do serious stuff as well as comedy and action.
I will say, even though Matt started out on fire for like 10 years following Good Will Hunting mostly, and then Ben Affleck was making okay choices but mostly not great choices, Matt had a pretty rough 2010s. You gotta admit. So in the 2010s, I got Hereafter, which is the Clint Eastwood movie, which is okay. Promised Land. Contagion is great. True Grit. And then Promised Land, We Bought a Zoo. Elysium, Zero Theorem, Monuments Men. The Martian was really the big hit for him. Jason Bourne, not a good sequel. The Great Wall, not a good movie. Downsizing, Suburbicon.
Well, hold on. Interstellar? Come on, man.
Okay,
what do you mean he had a bad 2010?
Where's Interstellar? Okay, Interstellar was 2014.
The Interstellar and The Martian alone means he had a great 2010.
No, I'm saying for the most part, his movies were kind of lackluster. Whereas at the same time, Ben was in some great movies and also started making great movies. So obviously in the 2010s, you got Argo, Fuck Yourself.
The fucking Town.
Yeah, The Town. And then he also starred in Gone Girl. He became Batman in a couple of good movies.
Forget about Gone Baby Gone.
Gone Baby Gone is great. He had a really good resurgence in the 2010s, and everybody learned how talented the guy was. And the Town was really his big coming out as a director. He did a great job with Gone Baby Gone, but Gone Baby Gone made like $8 million at the box office. The Town was a huge hit, highly respected, and also just like everybody from Boston loves The Town.
Gone Baby Gone made $34 million at the
Well,
box
34.
office.
Wow,
okay,
never mind.
why
My
don't you
bad.
get off your jumping
Also, he worked with
conclusions, man?
Terrence Malick. I mean, man, that's awesome to work with Terrence Malick as an actor.
That's what I'm saying. Ben's second half of his career has been absurd. Just in excellent movies. Even The Accountant is a really cool movie.
Yeah, I like The
Front Tool is a
Accountant.
cool action movie. The Way Back's really good. He's been in some duds like Deep Water is a dud.
Hypnotic.
But Air was awesome. Not to mention, he's fucking Batman. He's Batman. Well, was Batman.
So
He was Batman.
your defense for him being superior to Matt is just that he's Batman?
I never said those words. I'm just saying he's had a great second half of his career, and he's also fucking Batman. So I think that takes some consideration.
Yeah.
Could Matt Damon ever
Okay.
do? Matt Damon could never be Batman.
Ben Affleck could never be Jason Bourne.
How do you know?
Matt Damon
Okay, yeah, Matt Damon
is the only Jason Bourne.
He is
He is
Bourne.
the one Bourne. There's been like 66 Batmans. There's one Jason Bourne. It's Matt Damon. And I will take Jason Bourne over Ben Affleck's Batman any day.
in a fight.
Just overall, in terms of quality, in terms of performance, in terms of the character.
Well, look.
And way better movies.
Oh yeah, I mean for sure.
Yeah.
absolutely. Because the first three Bourne movies are incredible.
Yeah.
it's one of the best trilogies. It was a trilogy he ever made. And Ben never got his own Batman movie. That's the biggest problem that we always talk about. And that everyone knows Ben never got a chance to fully be that character in a movie himself. Of course, he's in Batman vs Superman.
That's
he's
a
in
Batman
Justice League.
movie. Batman
Not
vs
really.
Superman is a Batman movie.
That's a Batman and Superman movie.
Yeah.
He never had his own movie to shine as Batman.
I'm saying there's enough Batman screen time in Batman vs Superman for you to get your fill of Ben Affleck.
But
as
he's
Batman.
a great Batman. But what I'm saying is the movie quality is because that's such a jumbled movie with. I like it a lot, but there's so much going on. If Ben got a solo Batman movie, he could have delivered one of the better Batman movies ever.
I'm skeptical about that.
I think he would have.
I would think it would.
If he got to write and direct his own Batman movie, you don't think it would have been fucking amazing?
I think it would maybe been like 5th or 6th best Batman movie.
I think it would be top 3.
Because Nolan top 3, then the Batman, and then maybe Ben Affleck's Batman would have been
Ben
6th.
Affleck though, man.
Yeah,
He's a
but
great director.
Yeah, Chris Nolan is pretty good.
I know Chris Nolan's pretty good, but he got 3 whacks at it, and they're all terrific.
he hit out of he had a home run every time.
He hit
knocked
home
it out
run-
of the park.
Grand slams, baby. Nothing but grand slams. I'm just saying though, just the being Batman though is a big deal, especially this last 15 years versus in the 90s and early 2000s. Versus in the 90s when it was more of it became a gimmick almost. Clooney becoming Batman, Val Kilmer becoming Batman. Now I think it's a lot more respected when you become Batman for an actor these days. There's a lot more rep built behind it.
Well, superhero parts now have the pedigree that they didn't used to have.
That's what I mean.
Yeah.
So can we put some respect on my boy Ben for being Batfleck?
Well, he was also Daredevil.
Exactly. He was a pioneer.
Pioneer.
He was a pioneer. Someone had to help build the
Shooting
genre.
shots.
He built the genre, man.
I'm pretty sure Spider-Man was around before that.
Helping build the genre.
Build the genre with Daredevil.
Helping build it.
What are you smoking? What did you smoke this morning?
Hey, man.
Built the genre with Daredevil.
I like Daredevil.
Get out of here, man.
Someone had to do it, man. Someone had to do it.
Okay.
Wait, no. It's about to rain. The temperature dropped a few degrees. I can feel it. I can smell it in the air.
Smell it. I can feel it. I think overall, even though Affleck's been in so many big movies and he has been a lead in a franchise, I think ultimately Damon has the upper hand in franchises with the Bourne franchise and with the Oceans franchise. They're all, except for Jason Bourne, Jason Bourne's still pretty good. It's just that it's not even on the same caliber as the other 3, but still pretty good big blockbuster movie.
Oh, now you like Jason Bourne.
No, I said it's okay. It's pretty good.
You said it was pretty bad earlier.
It's pretty bad.
You said pretty bad, but now it's good.
No, it's all right.
How do you go from pretty bad to
It's
good?
all right. Hey,
Oh, you know how you do it?
Hey,
because you need to justify your
I'm
opinions.
a defense attorney right now.
That's how.
This is called a defense. I'm just saying. Hey, 6.5 on IMDb. That's not awful. It's pretty good.
Oh.
Pretty good. But still, even if you take that out of the equation, the Bourne movies and the Oceans movies. That's 6 movies, 6 big franchise blockbuster movies that are all excellent.
Yeah, but
And Ben Affleck doesn't have that with any of his franchise movies.
he's really only been in one franchise though. That's the DC.
Well, and also like in terms of big budget studio movies, like huge blockbuster movies.
So big blockbuster movies. He's in Armageddon.
Yes.
Come on, Armageddon is a classic.
Is it great?
It's great.
When was the last time you watched Armageddon? Sorry, Dawson.
I watch it every night before I go to bed.
It's probably been 10 years, motherfucker.
That was a force of nature. That was a $550 million box office, man.
Yeah. Is it a great movie, though?
It's stellar.
Get out of here. Pearl Harbor. Not a good big budget movie.
Not that great.
Paycheck.
Paycheck's not that great.
I'm getting I'm seeing a pattern here.
But you don't have to be in big blockbusters.
I'm just saying the big blockbuster movies.
Are the Oceans movies blockbusters?
Yeah.
Are they?
$100 million budgets, $400 million return. Those are huge blockbusters.
400 million? No, they didn't make $400 million.
They all make around 300 to 400. All of them. Just because there's no explosions doesn't mean it's not a blockbuster.
What are you talking about? There's an explosion.
There's
Ocean's 12 has a car.
You know what I mean.
Explosion.
You know what I mean.
So
you know what I mean.
In the third one, they basically shake. They vibrate a casino, man.
They vibrate the city, not just a casino.
They vibrate the block.
Yeah. Is that an explosion though?
It's pretty gnarly.
Hold on, is it an explosion?
Boom, 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 boom. I love that movie. I love Ocean's 12 so much.
I'm saying in terms of big budget studio pictures, Damon's got the upper hand.
Big budget studio pictures, but okay.
Interstellar.
Okay, first of all, what's the best movie of either of them? Not Good Will Hunting.
Not Good Will Hunting.
I would say for Matt, it's probably maybe The Departed.
I would say The Departed for Matt's best movie, not including Ben Affleck.
And
I would say either The Departed or Town and Mr. Ripley. I would say,
and then for
Saving Private Ryan. I mean, it's hard to pick those 3.
I'd probably pick The Departed.
And for
where
Ben,
he's the lead, he has to be a lead. He's
he's not a lead in Saving Private Ryan. Okay.
So for Ben, it's probably
Hypnotic.
Wow, you're really hating on Hypnotic.
It's not a good movie.
For Ben,
sorry, Rodriguez.
Ben, it's probably.
Geely?
I mean, can you be serious about? Why when we talk about Ben, you gotta be so silly and sarcastic?
Okay, let's get to it, man.
Gone Girl.
Gone Girl is his best movie.
It's maybe Gone Girl, possibly The Town.
I'd say Gone Girl is better than The Town.
I think Gone Girl is phenomenal. It's really, really a fucking good movie.
Hey, it's a great if that's your best movie, that's fucking awesome.
Yeah, so I think those are pretty.
Gone Girl's his best movie.
Now, if you put those two together, Departed versus Gone Girl, what are you picking?
Departed.
Yeah, I'm picking Departed too.
I'm picking The Departed. I'm picking Saving Private Ryan, and I'm putting Talented Mr. Ripley over Gone Girl. So I'm taking 3 Damon movies, and I'm putting them over Affleck's best movie.
However, has Matt Damon ever directed a movie, Anthony?
He has not directed a movie.
Oh!
This is where things get interesting.
This is where things get very interesting because Ben has directed.
You got it, man. 4 movies.
4 excellent.
5.
Where's the director on IMDb? Where is it?
Gone Baby Gone, The Town, Argo, Live by Night, Air. He also
4 bangers. 4 absolute bangers.
4 bangers for sure. Now,
one pretty okay.
I think Air is extremely underrated. I think Air is great. And then Argo, Fuck Yourself, even though it won Best Picture, it's not his best movie. I think his best movie overall, if you're going to say what's the best movie Ben Affleck's made, I'm probably saying The Town.
That's the best movie you think he's ever made? I think it's between The Town and Air for me. But also, Gone Baby Gone is really excellent.
Gone Baby Gone's great.
It's really excellent. However, I think the best thing he's probably ever directed is probably the Dun Kings ad.
8.5 on IMDb, baby. I'm contributing to that.
What an incredible ad! Come on, he made an all-time Super Bowl ad, Anthony.
Tom Brady's in it. Matt's in it.
An all-time
Super
Bowl ad.
Charlie DeMello's in it. What a fucking
Charlie DeMello.
Charlie DeMello. D'Amelio? Emilio! Hold on, what's her name?
Charlie D'Amelio.
Charlie D'Amelio.
Right? Because you said mellow like melon.
No, I said Charlie D'Amelio.
No, you said mellow.
I said Charlie D'Amelio. That's true.
Don't be lying to me.
It doesn't have a cast list. Wait, no, it does. What? Charlie D'Amelio.
Told you, D'Amelio.
Emilio! Jack Harlow's in it. Yeah, great cast.
And Tom.
It might be the best thing they've both done as artists.
It's an incredible ad. How many Super Bowl ads has Matt Damon directed?
0 Super Bowl ads. Super Bowl. He's appeared in Super Bowl ads. He's been in Super Bowl ads. Crypto.
Yeah, where he helped scam a bunch of people.
Everybody got scammed. He got scammed too.
He got scammed too, for sure.
Everyone got scammed.
So when it comes to screenplays, Matt's writing credits are Good Will Hunting, Jerry, which he co-wrote with Gus Van Sant, Promised Land, which did he write that by himself or he had a co-write?
Krasinski wrote it, and then he did a new draft of it, and Krasinski directed it.
As well as Dave Eggers helped on the script as well. And then he also has a writing credit, obviously, on The Last Duel. So Matt has 4 writing credits. Ben, on the other hand, Good Will Hunting. He created the TV series Push Nevada. How many TV series did Matt create?
Whoa. What the fuck is Push Nevada? Have you seen it?
The acclaimed TV series that was on ABC.
It has 250 ratings on IMDb. A federal agent travels to a small town in search of a missing $1 million, while the audience gets a chance to find and win the money first. It's a reality show. Get the fuck out of here. Created a TV show. It's a reality show.
It's not a reality show.
It's a competition show.
Is it a competition show?
Yeah. The audience participates.
Oh, I thought it was fictional. Either way, still created a TV series.
So did Matt. Project Greenlight.
Well, they did that together.
Yeah, but did Matt Damon create a TV series? Yes.
Sure did.
Yes.
Sure did. Okay.
Okay, here's the question in terms of writing. Who's the better writer?
It's tough to say. I feel like after going through their careers, obviously they both co-wrote Good Will Hunting, which is based off something that Matt came up with first, but then they worked on it together for like a year or two. But based off the strength of The Town, Gone Baby Gone, I think I'm giving the edge to Ben Affleck here because those 2 movies he wrote both are adaptations.
They're all adaptations. Everything he's written is an adaptation, except for Good Will Hunting. Last Duel, Live by Night, The Town, and Gone Baby Gone are all adaptations.
Yeah, they're great.
Here's what I would say. Good Will Hunting, the original screenplay, it's obviously Matt's
story,
brainchild and story. What did Ben contribute to it? Do you think he contributed to most of the comedy you see in that film? I'm sure he helped write they both got the Oscar. They both are co-credits on it. But who do you think was really the engine of that writing process?
This is like that Family Guy sketch. Do you remember that? Where they bring up Good Will Hunting and Matt Damon, and Peter says something like how Ben Affleck got a credit on Good Will Hunting, and it's they cut to their apartment where Matt's at the typewriter just typing the scene. He's like, finally, I finished my screenplay. And then Ben Affleck's on the couch. Hey, man, you mind putting my name on that? Thanks, man.
No, Ben contributed a ton because...
We don't know. We weren't there. But I guarantee that he contributed so much that it was probably 50-50 at the end of the script.
I doubt it was 50-50.
At the end of the screenplay...
I'm not sure if it would be 50-50.
How do you know?
I'm guessing. I'm just guessing.
You sound like you know.
I'm also saying... Matt's written 3 spec scripts, not adaptations, which I think is more impressive than adapting something.
However,
Jerry and Promised Land were also original scripts.
However, he had co-writers on both of those.
That's true.
And like he had a co-writer.
So can Matt Damon write a movie without a co-writer is the question.
That's the thing. Matt, I'm sure he can write a great movie without a co-writer.
Yeah, I'm sure he
But
can.
he's always had a co-writer.
It's interesting.
That's
a good point. Okay.
So who's getting the edge for? I'm still going with Ben for writing because more credits, more movies. He's got 6 movies written.
And he has more good movies.
And he's at the point where he's become one of the best triple threats in Hollywood. You know, Bradley Cooper is becoming a triple threat. And I mean triple threat by writing, directing, and starring in the movies. Not just being a writer, director, and actor here and there in different projects, but doing all 3 at the same time. Ben is the preeminent guy right now. Bradley's becoming that.
Okay.
That's a big deal. That takes a lot of work, man.
I'm going to take the Ben Affleck side on this because...
Let's go, baby!
He has obviously a more prolific writing career, but really just 2 more movies. One more movie.
Two more
But-
movies.
Because Gone Baby Gone to Town, Live by Night, he wrote on his own. I gotta give him the edge, and they're all Gone Baby Gone to Town are great. And yes, they're adaptations, but they're still great adaptations.
Well, he had other co-writers too, so he had.
Oh,
I never said he didn't.
interesting.
I never said he didn't have co-writers.
Who were they?
Peter Craig and Aaron Stockard,
I don't know who they are.
co-writers.
I'm gonna give Ben Affleck the edge on writing. I'm gonna give him the edge on writing. But I will say, if Matt wanted to write more, I bet he could write some really good fucking. He could do it.
He could do it.
If he wanted to write another Oscar-winning screenplay, he could do it. He'd kill 6 people to get to me, but he could do it. I gotta go with Ben Affleck just because his track record.
All right.
It's bigger and better.
When it comes to second half of careers, though, who are you taking? Obviously, Matt has the edge in the first half of their careers. 100%.
Well, first off, just acting talent. I think we both have. We both know who it is in terms of acting abilities.
Yeah, when it comes to...
Are you hesitating on this?
I'm just thinking about it. I don't want to jump to a quick answer.
Okay.
Because I'm thinking about... Because, I love my boy Ben.
Clearly, to the
You
point
know-
where it's a biased opinion.
It's not a biased opinion. That's why I'm working it out.
Mhm.
I got to talk these things out. I would say that Matt has more range, and I would say that Matt connects with audiences better with his performances, and is probably one of the most likable actors to ever be on screen.
Okay.
So yeah, I would give the acting persona and chops to Matt.
Okay.
But Ben is still really good. I think Ben's underrated. I think Ben gets a bad rap for his acting, especially in the first half of his career. But I think he's a lot better than people give him credit for.
I think people respect his acting now rather than they did 15 years ago, obviously.
True.
But I think that Ben's very good. But Ben's a very good leading man in Hollywood.
Yeah.
He does have a ceiling. He can't do things that Matt can do. And it's not like Matt's Gary Oldman, where he disappears, but he can get pretty close to that level with movies like Invictus and like The Informant. He's great in The Informant, which he won a Golden Globe for. He's great in The Good Shepherd. Obviously, I mean, how many nominations? He got nominated for a few films. Let me look up his Oscar noms. What do we got here? Matt Damon, Oscar nominations guy. Fucking
For acting, yeah.
For acting. Okay.
Yeah, I mean, Ben can't do Talented Mr. Ripley.
No way. No.
But if you want to stay on Oscars for a
So
second.
Academy Award nominations, Manchester. He
Best
produced
Picture.
Manchester. So The Martian, Invictus, and Good Will Hunting. He's got 3 leading actor nominations, which is tough to get leading actor. Ben, he might have it in him to get a nomination, but I don't think that he's on the same caliber of talent as Matt Damon is.
No, however, Matt's record for Academy Awards, let's see what it is. So he's won 1 Oscar, right?
Yes.
And he's been nominated for 1, 2,
5
3,
overall.
5. So he's 1 for 5. He's batting 200. My boy Ben, nominated for 2 Oscars. He's won both of them. He's batting 1,000.
Batting 1,000.
Also, he directed a Best Picture winner. That's a big deal.
That's true.
That's a big deal. It's a big
That's true.
fucking deal. He got snubbed for not getting. I think he got snubbed for not getting a Best Director nomination.
Yeah.
For Argo.
It's
Big
probably
time
because Hollywood
snub.
didn't like him.
Probably. I mean, it was 2013. I mean, I think Hollywood always loved Ben. Because of all the attention he brings.
Like the people in Hollywood.
Who knows? I mean, that's
he said it
that's
was
a generalization.
No, he said in an interview that hey, it's political. I get it. It's a political thing. That's why I didn't get nominated.
I don't think they hate him. He just probably doesn't play the game.
Exactly. I didn't say they hate him. I just said
you literally said.
I said
Hollywood
they don't
doesn't-
like him.
Yeah, exactly.
I didn't say no. Don't like is different from hate.
Same ballpark.
No, you put a different word in my mouth.
You put a subjective opinion about a collective group for Ben Affleck.
From his own interview.
But he never said that. He said it's a political game. I understand that.
He's essentially saying Hollywood didn't like him.
That's your words. Ben said he didn't play politics. That's why he didn't get in. It's because he didn't play politics. Everyone probably loves Ben Affleck.
Yeah, probably.
But my boy, he's batting 1,000.
That's pretty good. but
Every time he gets nominated for an Oscar, guess what happens? Gets one in his fucking hand.
he wins it.
That's why they didn't nominate him, because they knew he'd fucking win. They knew he'd win.
But we weren't talking about Oscars at the moment. We were talking about acting.
Yeah. No, yeah, true, yeah.
Do you think Ben Affleck could ever win an Oscar for acting?
For acting, I don't know. I feel like at this point of his career, if he would have had the right role to do that, maybe it would have happened already. I think he really just needs the right role for that sort of thing.
So you think, you think he can win an acting Oscar?
I feel like if it would have happened, it would have happened by now. Like with The Way Back would have been a role for him to potentially get an Oscar nom.
It's one of his best performances, yes.
So I don't know. I don't know if Hollywood would give Ben an Oscar nomination for acting. I don't know.
Do you think Matt Damon can win an Oscar?
I think Matt Damon can win an Oscar for
Absolutely,
sure.
Yeah. See, yeah, that's an easy answer.
Like the thing with Matt, he's one of those actors where you're like, oh, I'm surprised he doesn't have an Oscar.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Even The Martian, he's terrific.
It's hard to win with comedy and sci-fi together.
Yeah, but that's not
impossible.
People call that movie a comedy. It's so
I will
dumb.
say that Ben delivered one of the best performances of 2021 in The Last Duel, in a supporting role as Pierre de Alencon. I think that he's fantastic in that movie.
So good.
He's a scene stealer, and he should have gotten nominated for Best Supporting Actor, I think.
He should have, yeah.
Because he is a delight on screen. And it's one of his best performances, honestly, not going to lie.
Something about that movie, people just
It's
don't
because
care.
it was lockdown, and people just didn't
It was
want to
2019.
No, it's 2021.
Was it 2020? Oh my
Yeah.
god, shit.
It was locked down, and I think that people just didn't want to see anything that was grim or somber.
I guess. But man, that movie's excellent.
It's fantastic.
It's so fucking good.
Fantastic.
And then when people say Ridley Scott's fallen off, it's like, have you seen his last 4 movies? Like, fucking Last Duel is pretty fucking good.
And I gotta say, right now, in terms of like status, I gotta give Matt Damon the edge right now.
Por qué?
Coming off of Air and Last Duel, Air and Oppenheimer are his last roles as a leading actor.
So if we're just talking about acting,
Yeah. And in terms of like public opinion, still to this day, I think Oppenheimer being such a big hit and him having a huge role in that. And then Air, he's phenomenal. Air was really well liked in The Last Duel. Fantastic villainous role. I think that he's just like in terms of their careers, Matt is still absolutely on top of it. Whereas Ben, last few years, Tender Bar, Deep Water, the Ana de Armas Hulu film, Hypnotic, Robert Rodriguez film, and The Flash.
I like The Flash.
I like The Flash too. No, I like The Flash too.
That was great.
But he's only in it for a little bit. And then Air. So he's had a small decline the last 5 years, whereas Matt is really fucking firing on all cylinders.
Well, I wouldn't call that a decline. Because you got to factor in he's writing and directing everything he does now for the most part in his directing career. So he's writing, directing, acting those movies. That takes up a lot of time to direct a movie. Not to mention producing. Also, he still directed Air and was in it.
Yeah.
That was just last year, motherfucker. And also, he was just Batman. He was literally Batman last year. What do you mean he's fallen off? The motherfucker was the biggest character in fiction last
Not in
year.
that movie.
No, but in the biggest character in fiction probably is
Pattinson
Batman.
now.
Now it's Pattinson.
He was in 2 scenes.
But he was just Batman.
He was in 2 scenes.
He was just Batman. All I'm saying is, to say he's fallen off, get the fuck out of here.
I didn't say again. You're just putting words in my mouth.
You said he's fallen off.
I said he's having a slight decline.
Same thing.
Again, I did not say he's falling off. You're just putting words in my mouth. Now, before James puts more words in my mouth, this spreads more lies about me. Let's get into our intermission.
All right, fine. Now, before we continue, the best way to support Raiders of the Lost Podcast is to become a patron at patreon.com/Raiders of the Lost Podcast. Patreon is the best way to support the show because it supports us financially and it helps us do the show full time to make all this content for you all every single week. And because of that, we give you perks like weekly bonus episodes. The weekly chat is on Patreon now. Bonus episodes go to Patreon only. Those are exclusively for patrons, as well as access to our Discord. You get access to the ad-free version of every single episode as well. Another great way to support the show is to leave those 5-star ratings and reviews on Spotify and Apple Podcasts. They help us get seen by new people on podcast platforms, adds reputability to the show, as well as we love to read the written 5-star reviews on Apple Podcasts. At 5,000 ratings, I will get a tattoo of Anthony's choice. We'll find out what that is when we eventually get there. Get those numbers up, everybody. We're quite a ways away, but I'll read one out in just a minute. Another great way to support the show is just to share us. Word of mouth is the best way for a podcast to grow organically, so tell everyone you know about Raiders of the Lost podcast.
This episode, of course, is sponsored by our friends at movieposters.com. The number one place to get your posters online today. Be sure to use our promo code Raiders10 at movieposters.com and get 10% off your order right now. If you love Matt Damon movies and you love Ben Affleck movies, and you want to spread that love and showcase your adoration for their films, get a bunch of posters. Get some Jason Bourne posters. Get a Dazed and Confused poster. Get some Argo posters.
Oh, that's a win for Ben we have to talk about.
Oh, for sure. The only way to do that is to go to movieposters.com, where they have high-quality prints, all sorts of sizes, framing, and backlighting for your poster needs, a huge library and catalog of films and TV shows to choose from, and they have a discount code with us. Get 10% off your order at movieposters.com by using our coupon code Raiders10 right now.
All right, let's get into our intermission, Anthony. Are you ready?
Ready.
Here we go. I'm going to have to science the shit out of this.
The Martian.
Yeah.
You could have done a harder one from that.
No, it's fun.
Okay.
It's not always about stumping. It's
Okay.
about having fun. I like to have a good time.
All right. I need to know who he is. I need to stand there. I need to look him in the eye, and I need to know that it's him.
That's good. What's the character's name, though? Because he writes his Christmas cards with... He writes Christmas with two S's, like Christmas. No, Christmas with a T in it, right? And then...
I don't know. Does he? What?
No, the Christmas cards, he writes Christ Mass. Because this is from Zodiac.
Yes.
And so the character of the serial killer is suspect.
Oh, yeah.
He writes Christ Mass.
Yeah.
And what's his name in the movie again? I can't remember.
Paulson. Whatever.
Moving on to guess this movie release year, Anthony. What year did School Ties come out? Get off the IMDb.
1992.
You just looked at it.
I have it in front of me.
You didn't have to look. You literally didn't have to look at it, you fucking cheater. Just because it's in front of you. Wow, I could see your eyes. I saw you scroll down, too.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Wow, Anthony just fucking cheated. He cheated at movie trivia.
I don't even have IMDb open.
He cheated, everybody. Wow. You know what? No wonder you get a lot of questions right. Wow.
Okay, I admit I cheated on that one.
You cheated.
Just because it was funny, because I had it in front of me. All right, what year did Natural Born Killers come out?
1995.
94. Close.
See what happened there is I didn't cheat. And I'm okay with not getting it right, Anthony. It's fine that I didn't get it right. All right, here's a fun pop quiz question for you. Don't look at your fucking screen. Do you have Ben's at IMDb open?
Yeah, but it's like the early days.
Don't look at it.
I'm not.
Stop looking at
You
it.
just asked me. I had to confirm.
You didn't have to. How many Ben Affleck movies can you name that have an animal in the title?
What? An animal.
Don't be looking at the screen. I'm watching your eyes, bitch.
Ben Affleck movies with an animal. Daredevil? Wait, no. Yeah, that's an animal, right?
A devil?
A Daredevil?
No, Daredevil.
Tasmanian Daredevil. Tasmanian Devil.
A Tasmanian Daredevil? Don't be looking. Close your screen.
Oh, I'll just put it over here.
Yeah, turn it. Turn the screen.
It's weird when the answers are right in front of you. It's hard not to look. Fuck. Animal names. Tiger, dragon.
We've said 3 of them.
I'm sure we have. I just can't think of them. Ben Affleck. It's Ben Affleck movies with animals.
Ben Affleck movies with an animal in the title.
Shit.
How many can you name? There's 4.
Dogma.
Dogma's 1.
Catma.
Yeah, Catma.
Mallrats.
Mallrats is 2.
There's 3 in total.
4.
4 in total. Fuck. It's nothing with dragons.
No dragons.
Wait. I feel like it's a Jack Ryan movie. Or something. Along Came a Spider.
Along Came a Spider?
No, that's no,
he's
not
not
the
in that.
Morgan Freeman one.
I don't think he's in that.
No, I don't think he's in that. I think I mixed that up with something else. Fuck.
Yeah, he's not in that.
Batman versus Superman.
There we go. That's 3. He's got 3,
Fuck
ladies
yeah.
and gentlemen.
I don't know why that was the last one I got.
One more.
What else? There's not another Batman in any of those titles, is there?
Nope.
No. Okay.
Come on, you can do it.
Horses, no. Sharks, no. I'm trying to think of animals.
So far, he's got Mallrats, Dogma, and Batman vs Superman.
This is a good question,
right?
This is a good question. Fishman. Oh, reindeer games. There we go. Yeah.
Bravo.
Woo.
That's 4.
Oh man, that was a good question. That was a great question. Holy fuck. Reindeer games.
That's a clip. That's a TikTok clip.
That's a good question. That was like my favorite quiz question you've ever done.
I know. I think that was my favorite.
That was
too.
tough. All right. In the 1980s, Robert Downey Jr. was a series regular on what popular TV series that still airs to this day?
Saturday Night Live.
That's correct.
Yes, sir.
Well done. He was in 16 episodes from 85 to 86.
Nice.
Yeah.
All right, Anthony. Do we have any haters or unsubscribes this week?
Oh, yeah. Well, we went kind of viral, so we got plenty of haters, but some of them were too mean. All right. Here's Benny Giro. Wait, there isn't a damsel in the movie Damsel? Unsubscribed. Oh, my God. Sorry, hold on. Okay. Paul Alexander. When I was talking about, we were both excited for the new Nosferatu film over Gladiator 2. Paul Alexander wrote, more than Gladiator 2, unsubscribed. And then,
That's your opinion.
Yeah, that's my opinion.
I haven't even seen a Gladiator 2 trailer, and it's still...
Twister episode. James is feisty in this episode. I need James to wear that cowboy hat every episode, or I will unsubscribe.
Cowboy Jim.
From Michelle
coming
Griggs.
out. Anything for you, Michelle.
On our Shrek episode, Nuclear Love, Doggy Must Be Packing, unsubscribed.
Bro, the fact that you said that on a Shrek episode, I'm like, there's probably kids watching.
There are no kids that listen to us.
Sure there are.
No way. Landon Adams, this isn't unsubscribed, but it's funny. James wearing a black shirt and Anthony wearing a white shirt is really throwing me off. It's usually the other way around.
That's true. Anthony wears a lot of black, yeah.
Next up, I think that's all. Yes, that's it for unsubscribes.
All right. Let me pull up a 5-star review
Let's
on
hear
Apple Podcasts because we get so many every week, and we love to read them off on the show. And anyone can do it. You don't need an iPhone to do it. You can just download iTunes and do it on any phone or computer. So let's check out a review. How about from Cherry Waves?
Cherry Waves.
Have I done Cherry Waves?
I don't know. Have you?
I'm not sure. Let's see. Cherry Waves 222. Rating 5 stars, 5 out of 5. As a cinephile, always on the hunt for insightful and engaging content, Raiders of the Lost podcast has quickly become my go-to source for all things film. This podcast is a veritable treasure trove of movie knowledge, passionate discussions, and entertaining banter.
Aw.
From the moment you hit play, it's clear that the brothers are not just hosts. They are true movie aficionados with a deep love and understanding of the cinematic world. Their enthusiasm is infectious, and their chemistry as brothers brings a unique and charming dynamic to the show. Each episode is meticulously researched and thoughtfully curated, ensuring that listeners are treated to high-quality content every time.
Fuck yeah.
One of the standout features is its diversity of topics, whether they are diving deep into the latest blockbuster, dissecting a classic film, or exploring hidden gems. The Deveney brothers approach each subject with equal parts expertise and enthusiasm.
Aw.
Love that alliteration. Their reviews are insightful and balanced, providing both praise and constructive criticism in a way that feels fair and thoughtful. Raiders of the Lost podcast isn't just for hardcore movie buffs. It's accessible and enjoyable for anyone with an interest in film. Whether you're a casual viewer or a seasoned critic, James and Anthony make you feel welcome and valued. Cherry Waves 222. What a fucking review.
Thanks, pal.
Thank you so much for
Thank
that.
you, Cherry.
So sweet.
So sweet.
Thank you for the 5 stars.
That's awesome.
All right. Anthony, what's your streaming recommendation for this episode?
Call Me By Your Name is now on Amazon Prime. Watch
at
that
that.
shit ASAP.
My streaming recommendation is also an Amazon Prime film, Manchester by the Sea,
Oh, wow.
which is going to
Very
make me
sad.
cry.
Very sad.
All right, can we get back into Ben Affleck versus Matt Damon?
Yes.
Where would you like to lead off? Well, first of all,
Continue with acting.
I mean, first of all, you brought up Dazed and Confused.
Yes.
That's an American classic.
Which
That
is a tiny role.
classic.
It's a tiny role.
Not tiny.
O'Bannon's in 10 minutes of screen time.
He's still in a classic.
He's in a classic.
Matt's not in an American classic.
What are you talking about?
What are you talking about?
What are you talking about? Hold on. Good Will Hunting's not an American classic. Saving Private Ryan's not an American classic.
No, I mean like
Please define how
American Life.
So
American Life.
So not an American classic, just a movie about Americans. A movie. Matt Damon's done any movies about American teenagers in the Midwest.
He's not. It's actually Texas.
American classic. Get out of here. Get the fuck out of here.
Put the money in the bag.
Get the fuck out.
Get the money in the bag.
Well, I'm glad you brought
Put your hands in the air.
I'm glad you brought up the term classic. Because I was about to get into the fact that Matt Damon's in more movies that are classics and will be classics. Overall, just the great movies.
Oh yeah, for sure.
So he's in so many movies that are over an 8 on rating on IMDb. So we got Good Will Hunting, Saving Private Ryan, and then hold on, please.
Oppenheimer.
The Departed. Yeah, I'm getting there. The Departed, Bourne Ultimatum. Then we got The Martian, 8. And then we got Ford vs. Ferrari. Don't forget about that one. 8.1.
What a banger.
8.1 on
What a
IMDb.
banger. I love that movie.
Forgot about that one. Then we got Oppenheimer. That's a bunch of movies over 8 on IMDb.
Pretty good pictures.
That's like what, 10?
I think you said 6.
I didn't say 6. Hold on, let me count them. 1, Oppenheimer, The Martian. Hold, please. Ultimatum, Departed. Stuck on You. Just kidding. Saving Private Ryan, Good Will Hunting. Yeah, it was 6.
Exactly. Exactly 6.
And what about Ben Affleck? We got Good Will Hunting. And
He's not an Oppenheimer?
he's in one movie with over an 8 on IMDb.
Gone Girl.
Gone Girl. Oh,
8.1.
8.1. Thank you. Sorry for that. 2 movies.
Come on, Zack Snyder's Justice League is a 7.9, man. That's pretty fucking close. Numbers are arbitrary at that point.
I'm just saying.
Well, listen, Matt's in some good pictures.
Good picture.
Just a good picture.
I'm just saying you're the one who brought up American classics. I'm just showing you that Matt Damon's in more classics and will be classics.
Oh, 100%.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
He's just overall in better movies.
Yeah, he's been in better movies for sure.
Like he's been in great movies.
He's been in great movies, yeah.
Like there's a reason Get the fuck out of here. Get the fuck out of here.
You say the same thing over and over again, just in different words. You realize that.
And
3
also,
sentences in a row, you said that he's in great movies.
And also to showcase his talent, he starred in a Francis Ford Coppola movie before Good Will Hunting even came out. Like, one of the greatest directors ever chose him. He saw Ben. He's like, get the fuck out of here, Ben Affleck. I don't want anything to do with you. I want Matt. He chose Matt for The Rainmaker because Matt's just that talented of a guy.
Matt's a very talented actor. But when it comes to acting,
yes,
both have done a little bit of everything.
Yeah.
Except for, you could argue, horror hasn't really been in either of their careers, really.
That's true. Unless you talk about the horrors of war.
Jesus Christ.
No, I'm kidding. You're right. Neither have done horror.
Which is actually really interesting.
I wonder why they both avoided horror.
But
you're right. Maybe they didn't like horror.
They've both done lots of roles in movies that have comedy.
Yes.
Who do you think does comedy better between Matt Damon and Ben Affleck?
That's a great question because they're both very funny. They're both hilarious. Damon's the only one who's been nominated for a comedy performance with The Informant for the Golden Globe.
Well, what about The Martian? Did he win?
Twice he's been nominated for comedy performance. Now,
but he's not nominated for his comedy, though.
Yeah, he is.
That's not. But
The Informant.
The Martian's not a fucking comedy.
Yeah, but why is that movie funny?
Because it's got some really great lines and delivery. He's funny.
Because it's Matt Damon.
Yeah, Matt Damon delivers great lines. Yeah.
Matt Damon's okay. Yeah. Jerry Seinfeld.
He's funny in that. Matt Damon's he's funny in The Martian. Yeah, he's funny in The Martian. Why is Matt Damon funny? Because he's in The Martian.
Now, Ben is funny in Chasing Amy. He's very funny in Chasing Amy. I said Chasing Amy. Chasing Amy's funny. Dogma. Honestly, Matt's the one who carries them in Dogma.
No, but Matt's not the comedy.
Yeah,
Ben's the comedy in that movie. Matt's the hothead.
Yeah, but he's the funnier one, I think.
No, Ben's the funnier one.
Also, he's funny in Oceans as Rusty.
True.
He's very funny in Oceans as Rusty.
He is funny in Oceans.
He's also Stuck on You, very funny. Stuck on You is funny. Euro Trip! Don't tell Scotty. Scotty doesn't know.
Okay, that's pretty good.
Scotty doesn't know. Okay, Stuck on You, Euro Trip. Oh, man. What else have we got? He kind of still. He's funny in True Grit. He's the comic relief in True Grit.
Okay, true. But then
As LeBeau.
Can we talk about Ben though?
Oh, I'm just going through Matt's comedy. Hold on 1 second, man. Give me a
What
moment.
about Ben Affleck's comedy special? Don't you remember that?
What's that?
Just kidding. It's a joke. Although Ben,
that was not a good joke. I'm sorry.
Ben at the roast of Tom Brady was not great.
Did you see the whole thing?
Yeah, I watched his roast.
That was cringe.
It was not great.
He just went off on 10 minutes about it, like an Instagram comment guy, a random user on Instagram.
Yeah, it was.
was
I don't think
weird.
it was the right approach.
I was like, dude, you want to roast Tom? Maybe.
He can't. It's Tom.
It was a weird. That was a weird.
It wasn't
tangent.
weird. It just didn't land.
No, it was weird.
It just didn't land.
It was off.
Just didn't land.
It was off. I gotta say,
He had such a great introduction too, though.
yeah, right.
Like surprise guest.
Ben is very funny. Ben's hilarious. He's hilarious in The Last Duel. He's as hilarious as Chucky in Good Will Hunting. Absolutely, give him that. But I will say, overall, Matt has been way more consistent with his comedic performances, and overall is, I think, just funnier.
Well, I think Ben's comedy shines best when he's sort of spoofing himself. When he's on Jimmy Kimmel or he's on SNL as himself. I think that's when his comedy is really the best. But he's in a lot of movies where he brings comedy to that role where it adds a little good moment of laughs. Like The Town, he's got some good lines. And Argo is pretty funny. He's got some good lines in there that's pretty funny.
Yeah,
Argo, fuck yourself.
It's a funny movie.
But I think Ben, when he's doing himself, like on live shows like that, that's when he's really good.
Yeah, but I mean, let's exclude SNL from this.
And Kimmel.
Because Damon's been great on SNL too.
But I mean, his character of Holden in the Jay and Silent Bob franchise is really funny.
Yeah, Matt's also funny though. I'm just saying, like, Matt has way more comedic roles in parts that he's crushed than Ben has. I think overall, Matt's comedic performances and also like being like the much needed comedy in a movie like True Grit. Like LeBeau is like he is the comedy of that movie. I think that he really brings comedy in a way that even Ben can't.
What about Ben in The Last Duel?
That's what I said The Last Duel earlier.
That's a role that's similar to LeBeau, where he brings comedy to a movie that needs it.
I'm saying Ben has a couple, but Matt has a bunch more. Stuck on You, Euro Trip. Those are just right. Oceans, 3 movies right there. Oceans.
Yeah, the Ocean's 13 is really funny.
He's really funny, and then also
also, you called him Rusty. His name's Linus.
Linus, sorry. Why did I say Rusty?
Because you didn't remember the movie. You've never seen it. That's why.
And then you got True Grit. Then you got The Informant. Then you got Behind the Candelabra. I mean, he's got funny comedic performances in a lot of movies. Ford vs. Ferrari, he brings great humor to that role in Ford vs. Ferrari. He's got great sarcasm in Oppenheimer. Like, the laughs in Oppenheimer are Damon.
And Killian.
Killian's a couple.
He delivers some lines that are funny.
But Damon's got the most laughs in that movie. Just say yes. It's okay. Just say yes.
Probably.
Don't get tense.
I'm relaxed, man. I'm chill as a cucumber. Look at me.
And also, Downsizing, he's very funny in Downsizing. The movie's not that great, but he's very funny in it. And then The Martian. Come on, man.
I know.
Come on, man.
We've been talking about
He's
The Martian.
got the edge on comedy. He's got the edge.
Okay,
on
I'll give
comedy.
Matt comedy.
Overall performing, Damon has the edge. Action, comedy, drama.
Sure.
All of it. Everything about performing, Matt Damon has it.
Okay.
Accents. All of it.
Sure.
Brothers Grimm. The Brothers Grimm. He's super funny in that with
He's
Heath.
super funny
Yeah.
in that. Okay.
Great British accent, too.
Okay, true. Okay, facial hair.
Facial hair goes to Ben Affleck easily.
Ben's got a great beard.
Not even close.
Great beard, great hair.
Yes.
Physical attributes.
He's always had better hair. He always had better hair.
He's 6'4".
Yeah, he's a monster.
Yeah, he's a beast.
He's a genetic specimen.
He's got a huge head.
But is he better looking than Matt? Let's get into
looks department?
yeah.
I feel like
Who's more handsome?
they're both very handsome.
They're both very
I think
handsome.
Ben's always had an edge on him in the looks department.
I would say
He was a heartthrob, man.
I would say Ben's overall better looking.
He was a heartthrob for the 2000s.
But I feel like Ben's done a little work.
Everyone's done a little work,
I
man.
don't think Matt's done any work.
Everyone's done a little work.
I don't know about Matt. Matt looks old.
You don't think his hair's had a little work?
His hair's had a little work. But
It's Hollywood. Everyone's had work done.
but I don't think Matt's touched his face.
How do you know?
Look at him. He just looks old and wrinkly. Have you seen the trailer for the Instigators?
He doesn't look old and wrinkly at all.
Yeah, he
looks,
does.
But he looks terrific for someone in their 50s.
Well, I mean,
Why do celebrities always look terrific for 50s? I'm not. They do little teeny things, Anthony. Everyone in Hollywood does little teeny things.
I don't think Matt does anything to his face. I really don't.
I'm not. I don't know, but I guarantee 99% of people in Hollywood that are actors, they're doing stuff to their face.
But you gotta agree. There was a moment, like a 4-year period, where Ben Affleck couldn't move his forehead.
It's not that he couldn't move it. It's just that he. Listen, man. Gotta do what you gotta do. Gotta do what you gotta do, man.
It's true.
A little too heavy-handed.
A little too much.
A little
Botox.
too heavy. Hey, we've all been there, right?
Oh, you know I'm right.
But I guarantee everyone in Hollywood's doing it, man.
I think Matt is one of the actors who doesn't do anything. I really do.
We already broke down his hair, bro.
Well, no, I think that they just have great hairstylists doing his hair. His hair's still like thinning. He's got like thinning hair.
No, his hair's had a comeback for sure.
Has it? No, I think it's his hair is still thinning like it always has.
No, it looks better than ever.
No, it does. It doesn't look better than ever.
Dude, look at this photo of him and Ben from like last year. It's thick as fuck.
Let me see.
I can't turn my computer because I'm attached. Here, you'd have to just look it up.
Hold on, let me search Matt Damon 2024. Let's see. No, his hair's still thinning.
Look at this. Bada bing. 10 years ago than now.
Okay, his hair looks way better.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's
But
such a Hollywood man.
I'm just saying he's not doing anything to his face.
No one. You can't just say that.
just
You
saying.
don't know. Dude, it's so subtle these days. You just go and do a little bit here and there, a little bit here and there. You go like 4 times a year, just a little teeny bit. That's what they do. Everyone in Hollywood does it.
Okay.
Why is it always actors look amazing for 58?
Makeup?
No, it's because they're all doing it. If anyone's not doing it, it's maybe Tom has stopped because he looks old.
Tom's doing it.
Tom's probably
He's doing stuff, but he's not like...
They're all doing it, man. They're all doing it.
Well, if he's doing it, he's doing a lot less than
That's what
Ben
I'm
is.
saying, yeah. Exactly. If anyone's doing
But
it.
look at the trailer for The Instigators. So you can see all of his wrinkles on his everywhere.
But how old's Matt?
2 years older than Ben.
No, but like how old is he? Matt Damon is...
He's 54.
How many 54-year-old guys look that good?
He's just always been handsome.
I know he's always been handsome.
They're
I'm just
handsome
saying,
older guys.
But why is it always actors, Anthony?
It's not always actors.
It's always
There's plenty of
actors.
handsome people out there.
Sure.
Plenty of older handsome dudes out there.
I know.
There's lots.
But I'm just saying, it's fucking Hollywood, bro. I'm
just saying.
They're all doing
I would have given Ben the edge if it wasn't for like that period where he just went a little overboard.
trying to keep getting those movie roles, man.
But
I get it.
In their primes, so like 2000s, in their primes, best shape of their lives, they still have great youthful looks. Who's got the edge? Ben's
a heartthrob, man. Matt was never a heartthrob. Ben was the heartthrob.
I'm gonna go with Ben in the 2000s.
Yeah.
I'm going with Ben.
Ben had the looks.
But
Matt's always been a handsome guy.
Ben's a
handsome as fuck.
Yeah, he was always seriously just a very handsome dude. And Matt has always had more of an everyman, relatable look to him.
Kind of, yeah. A little more everyman look.
Yeah,
You're right.
Still very handsome, but he's always had like any guy can relate to that guy. And it's hard to relate to Ben Affleck when he's like looks like just like a male model.
Yeah, and one of the things exactly. One of the things with Ben is it's not his fault really, but the tabloids just became obsessed with him. Media became obsessed with Ben Affleck, and it's always been sort of a stain on his career, and it always affected him probably in his personal life and his career as well, especially in the 2000s.
But again, I will say that's what happens when you date J-Lo.
Yeah, true.
You date the most famous person alive, everyone's eyes are going to be on you.
True. So it's good for your career and bad for your career.
Like, you can't ask for people to not care about you when you're dating the most popular person on the planet.
But he was still heartthrobbing before then.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
So he was still on that level of everyone like...
And then after J-Lo, he was still in the tabloids with Jennifer Garner.
He's never ended the tabloids.
But it like, dating J-Lo made him the giant tabloid object that he
Probably.
became.
And then, transferred to his relationship with Jennifer.
Exactly.
And then back to J-Lo again.
Because he sold magazines for them. Like, their sales with him on the cover were just always huge.
Absurd, because he was a heartthrob and dated J-Lo.
I think
that's how it works.
Dating J-Lo really cemented his status of like the public wanting to know everything about him.
Yeah, and versus Matt marrying a civilian, a non-actor, and being a lot more quiet in his personal
Very
life.
private, yeah.
Of not completely.
He did.
private.
I mean, he's dated other actors.
Yeah, he dated Mini Cooper for a while.
Mini Driver.
Mini Driver.
Mini Cooper's a vehicle.
I need a cup of coffee, man. Mini
Cooper.
Oh man, that's funny.
Also, Winona Ryder, he dated.
Yeah, that's right.
Mini Cooper.
That's pretty funny.
Oh my god, that's so good. But I will say, I mean, I think if Matt directed a film, I think he could do a really good job as a director.
I really want to see him
He's such
direct.
a smart guy.
He was supposed to direct Promised Land, but it just never ended up happening.
Yeah, he was busy with something else that he had to drop out of it. But man, I'm really curious about him directing a film. I think he could really crush it. I'm sure he's got some in his mind that he wants to make.
He's probably just so busy with it because he acts so much.
Yeah.
He acts a lot more than Ben.
He does, and not always in lead roles. Like, he's always like a small role in Soderbergh movies.
Yeah, but they both produce a ton of movies as well.
Yeah,
which I really respect about their careers. They get a lot of movies made.
And I actually want to talk about what I think their most underrated performances are, because I think they've given some great performances that really fly under the radar. Matt Damon is really fantastic in a movie called Stillwater that came out in 2021, which is about a man whose daughter is arrested as a suspect for murder in Italy. And so he travels to Italy to try to get her out of prison. And it's a really great film, and he is excellent in it. It really flew under the radar. Nobody saw it. It got no attention, but I think if it came out 10 years ago, he would have gotten an Oscar nomination. He's really, really fantastic in that movie, Stillwater. I really like him in that movie. And like we said earlier with Ben Affleck, he's phenomenal in The Way Back, which is about a man who's trying to get over alcoholism, and he coaches the basketball team of the school he went to as a high schooler reluctantly. And it's a setup for like a typical cliche sports drama, but it's actually really heartfelt, and he gives it his all in that movie, and he is excellent in The Way Back. I love him in that role. It's one of his most impressive performances for sure. Do you have any underrated?
Daredevil.
Get the fuck out of here.
Daredevil kid. He's so good at Daredevil. Gone Girl, man. I wouldn't say it flies on the radar, but when people talk about Gone Girl, I don't think they specifically talk about his performance, but I think he's just really excellent in that movie. He carries that movie.
He's perfect in that film.
That's his movie for the majority of it, and we're in his perspective for pretty much 85% of that movie until we switched to Amy Dunn. Then we're kind of going back and forth, but we're in his perspective a lot, and he's in every scene for a while.
Yeah, it's probably his best work as an actor.
I think so,
is
too.
It Gone Girl,
Yeah.
I would say.
I think he's terrific in it.
It's really excellent. He's wonderful in that movie for sure. And then Matt Damon, he's got a bunch, like, he's really funny in Stuck on You, doing something just like really just trying something wild with that movie. Margaret, which was made by Kenneth Lonergan, the director of Manchester by the Sea, he made with Anna Paquin and him in the 2000s, and actually was shelved for like 10 years until it was finally released not too long ago. He's excellent in that film as well.
He sure is. Both these guys are excellent. At the end of the day,
we gotta pick one though.
We love both our Boston boys. I'm going Ben.
So neither of us convinced the other one?
No, I'm going Ben based off the entirety of his career, now being a director since 2007. and directing several films and having more writing credits done. And I think the future of his career is just going to be, they're both going to have great rest of their careers.
Yeah.
But I think I can see Ben directing like 5-6 more movies easy.
He's got 3 in development right now
Yeah.
as director. So he's got Witness for the Prosecution, which is the Agatha Christie adaptation, which will be interesting. And then he has Animals, which is in pre-production right now, starring Matt Damon. Desperate to pay their son's ransom, a mayoral candidate and his wife resort to extreme measures. So this is the one we've talked about in movie news about a month ago. Looks like they're about to start filming that because it's in pre-production. And then Keeper of the Lost Cities, which will be written and directed by Ben Affleck, which is about a telepathic girl who must figure out why she's the key to her brand new world before the wrong person finds the answers first. So going into science fiction, and also a teenage coming-of-age movie. That's interesting. He's never done anything like that.
Hell yeah, man.
And then Matt Damon has a ton of movies in development. His next one that's coming out is The Instigators, which will be an Apple TV film.
The Instigators.
And also Animals, which is in pre-production. He's in production on Kiss of the Spider Woman right now, which is a Bill Condon movie, who is a pretty accomplished director. He did Dreamgirls, Gods and Monsters, Kinsey, which is a really good movie with Liam Neeson, Chicago. He wrote. This is also starring Jennifer Lopez. And it's an adaptation of the stage musical based on the novel about a gay man and a political prisoner sharing a 1980s Argentinian prison cell. And the gay man narrates 2 stories of fake movies. So this is actually what he's filming currently with Jennifer Lopez.
What movie is it called?
It's called Kiss of the Spider Woman. They're in production right now.
Whew. Because I know Ben and J-Lo just broke up.
Did they?
Yeah.
Again?
Yeah, they just broke up.
They broke up?
That's what people say.
Huh.
Oh, Matt is he acting or is he just a producer?
It says, producer,
He's
my
just a
bad.
producer.
I was on the producer tab. Hold on. Let me get, what's he got coming up for movies? Actor. Animals, Rip, which we just talked about.
R.I.P.
R.I.P. The King of Oil is in pre-production. And then, Instigators comes out in 2024.
Sweet.
Which I'm really excited for. I still got to take Matt Damon as the edge over overall because his writing is incredible, and Good Will Hunting is one of my favorite screenplays ever. But also he's just an all-time movie star leading man with incredible talent who can really do. He's proven he can do anything. Like Matt Damon can do anything. He can play a South African footballer, and then he can play Jason Bourne, and then he can play the informant. Like the range on him is really incredible and impressive.
Can't do Batman.
He could do Batman.
He could do Daredevil.
Matt Damon could pull off Daredevil.
I think he could do Daredevil.
Yeah, him younger would have been a good Daredevil choice. I mean, he could do any superhero.
He could do it.
He could do it. He would have been a good Captain America.
Sure.
If the aging was right. He would have been a great Captain America.
That's a good point, yeah.
But I think that his talent is just so incredible, and because he makes so many big movies and he does prefer to work with his friends a lot, working in some okay Clooney films. Sometimes he chooses to do that instead of, making like the best movie possible. But I think that he's just supremely talented, and overall, he's going to go down as one of the best movie stars ever.
Yeah, it's a good point. He could be a top 50 movie star all time.
Yeah.
He probably is.
Of all time.
That's a really good point. But, all right. Well, that wraps our episode.
We agree to disagree.
We agree to disagree. But we hope we shed some new light on the careers of these great Boston boys on you all listening, because we know you all love them as much as we do. And it's not about who's better, because we love them both. And we're very happy to have them.
It's just a fun way to talk about it.
We're all lucky to have them in cinema.
Yeah.
And in the film world, because they've helped build the industry so much over the last 25 years and added so much to it.
Thank you, Ben, for building
the superhero
genre of superheroes with Daredevil.
Daredevil, the first ever superhero.
In 2004. Thank you.
2003.
The
classic, the American classic.
that spawned a whole generation of superheroes.
Take care, everybody. Be sure to become a Be sure to become a patron today at patreon.com. Leave those 5-star patreon.com/Raiders of the Lost Podcast. Leave those 5-star ratings and reviews on Spotify and Apple, and take care.
See you next time.
This episode was executive produced by our chosen one patrons: Cody Moen, Andrew Hagan, Becca Keene, Benjamin Cook, Calvin Murphy Griggs, Nicholas Martin, Darian Singleton, Tyler McFly, Andrew Hagan. Our chosen one patrons are our biggest supporters. Thank you so much.
Raiders of the Lost Podcast is a mirror image production. Sound mixing done by Jacob Kossler. Opening music by Chase Jackson.
Thank you for watching Raiders of the Lost Podcast. Be sure to hit that subscribe button, hit the like button as well, notifications for sure. Listen to the show on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, everywhere you can listen to podcasts. And be sure to check out this other content we have on our YouTube channel.